Hi, this is Don Matteo, and you are listening to the Orta Know Better podcast. Let's do this.
Leeds are shit.
We're recording, you know.
Oh, shit.
We had a good start. I don't think we've got the personnel.
You can fucking laugh all you want, you absolute felon.
I think about things. That's why you lot are idiots.
A melted version of a dick that's been shrink wrapped.
The absolute elite shithousery of this.
Good evening. Welcome to another fine episode of Orta Know Better. And Smarty's already into me in private chat, telling me to put the backball logo up. But Luke told me to take it down just before we started, so you two can sort that out. How are you doing anyway, lads?
You're the host, mate. You decide.
I'm leaving it as is, mate. Luke, you look like you're going to take some calls in between bits on the pod.
Yeah, still on my work laptop, mate. Still on my work laptop on a desk. So no, lap desk. Sorry, desk. A lap. It's like a laptop, innit? But yeah, on a desk, on a lap desk. So it's just one of these that sits on my lap. I'm still not fully moved in, ready. So I'm still better than Carl's phone. You know, better than Carl sticking his phone to Walford for 2 years. It shows that we did.
Legendary that.
But yeah, it's getting there, mate. It's getting there. I'm hoping next week or two I should be back and have a setup of some sort. Plastering's been done in my office anyway now today, so the rest of it's getting done tomorrow, so I should be getting there.
Good stuff. How about you, Smart? Are you hiding from the chaos in your spare room?
My spare room is like a jumble sale. It's like a car boot gone wrong. Yeah. It's like
stuff in there. Like it doesn't even like little gremlins and that come out.
Yeah, there's shit I've seen for years. It's like a shit nanny's cupboard. Yeah, we don't go there. That was supposed to be my office as well, but I'm stood on the frigging dining room table now. This is where I've been for quite some time.
Fair enough.
Since we started, I think, Smarty.
Well, no.
Years ago or something.
I tell you what, right? It's 5. Come January, it's 5 years
Since we started.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5 years.
Crazy.
That's mad,
crazy. I can't believe anyone still watches it.
And I've been in this house for.
You know, there you go.
Crazy.
Well, it's been a good run. We might get cancelled at some point, but it's been a good run so far. Smarty, we were on the old BNC to talk about the Liverpool game, so I'm going to let Luke talk a bit on this to start us off because we've kind of been through it, but yeah, just give us a bit of an overview, mate, about how you felt and you know what you thought at 2-0 and what you thought when we then got back into it. So I thought we were done at 2-0. I thought.
Yeah, I shared a conversation between Johnny Brown and myself on Twitter. I outed him because I'm a bit of a prick like that. And he basically said there's no chance, that's it, game over. And I said, well, look at the City game. You know, we probably should have got a draw there. I think for me, Jay, 2-0 down, you think it's done when you even Gakpo gets a brace, and you know an old Leeds side would have folded there. And even dare I say a Bielsa side would have followed there. We didn't make many when we there weren't many games when we came back, and certainly not against the top 6. I mean, Man City was a one-off, but you know we got some hidings under Bielsa. But I mean, for me, it just shows the character and the togetherness. I think one thing that we can certainly say and certainly put a stop to is Daniel Farke certainly has fully has that dressing room. There's no denying that those players are still playing for those shirts and for Daniel Farke. And I think the last three games have really resurrected that for me. I think after Brighton and Forest, you know, I was a little bit down and I thought, you know, this could be a real long season. But the last 2 games, last 3 games have really rejuvenated my belief. I think it's nice, and I think the 3-5-2 has been testament. Has been the main reason. You know, we're weak on the wings. Why would we play wingers? It seemed daft to stick to this format that wasn't playing to our strengths because we don't have any wingers. I mean,
everyone's injured. Yeah,
that's what I think. That's what I'm getting at. You know, we were reliant on. You know, players like Nontua weren't really in form, and Dan James obviously out injured again. So our best players are our midfielders and wing backs currently. Yeah. So why not play to those strengths and play a 5 across midfield? And it's look, both of our wing backs or left midfield, right midfield, whatever you want to call them now, have they're better at going forward than they are defending, and ultimately, why would we play them defensively when we can use them in attacking and bring an extra defender in? I think props to Daniel Farke from the bollocks to do it after everything he's said about being religious about his beliefs and how he sets up and how he's going to play and not change his particular style. And then he just drops that bomb in the second half versus City. And ever since then, we've scored 8 goals since the second half at City, and only conceded 5 against 3 very, very top teams. So all good for me. I think the performance at the weekend, resilient, and it was really, really good to see. Players like Anton Stach getting on the score sheet as well, because he does a lot of, he does a lot of. What's probably the best word? Best one for a word? Unnoticeable work. He does a lot of basic stuff very, very well. So for him to get on
under the radar stuff,
a little bit,
the selfless,
very selfless, And I think for him to get on the score sheet was good for him, especially when he dressed up as a Smurf or something. I think before Chelsea, and then I can't remember what he did before Liverpool.
Robin Hood or something. No, that was Forest. Red Riding Hood or something daft. He was dressed in some kind of silly outfit on his.
Yeah, well, Red Riding Hood.
Now. I just have this belief now, and if it long may it continue, because if it does, we'll be fucking booking a European tour this time next year.
God, can you imagine? I don't think the world's ready for that yet. I don't think we're ready for it.
Do you think Daniel Farke's getting enough? Quick question to you two. Do you think Daniel Farke's getting enough for the props? I know the team have played well, but do you think Daniel Farke is getting enough flowers for having the bollocks to change it and playing particular players? Because you're losing to Metcher, who was brilliant against Chelsea. He had every right to go back to his old formation and just play one up top with Dominic Calvert, but he didn't, did he? He played Okafor off him. So he stuck to that now, and I think he deserves a lot of props. I really do, especially with the amount of pressure that he was under.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and I think from some quarters he has got them props, but there's a lot of people out there, the people that wanted to sack him so we could get someone who knew the playoffs in. Those kind of people, they don't want to credit him. They don't want to give him.
No.
They're absolutely reluctant to say anything good about the guy.
No, not everyone.
No.
We have one very well known to us, Mr. Bryn Johnson, who has held his hands up and said that props to him. He thinks he's done a great job. And Bryn is a very much a Farke outer. So not all.
No. As I say, just a proportion of the fan base.
There will be some.
They don't want to give him credit. They want to say,
and they'll never give him credit though. Their mind was made up a long time ago. Their mind was made up a long time ago, and they almost cannot wait for him to fail. To told you so, and we almost got to that stage, didn't we? After Brighton and after Forest, because they were dire performances. Let's not joke here. Let's be honest. Like they were very poor performances.
I think the majority of people, there were very, very few that were still Farking, come the end of, the Brighton and the Forest losses. And obviously the performance against Burnley was pretty dire. I think, people were preparing for the worst halfway through the second half of Man City. And I think, as much as I do think he deserves a lot of praise, it were a shit or bust move against Man City, and it's absolutely come up trumps, and it's worked. Now the only thing that
loser did he at that point?
No, he didn't. That's the thing, because he must have known. I mean, he's never admitted so, and he obviously doesn't listen to any of the stuff on the grapevine or whatever, and he will say that to the journalists and stuff that ask him about his job and his tenure. But there's no doubt in my mind that he'll be thinking, "Fucking hell."
Yeah.
The axe is fucking swinging above my head here, and I just think that he had nothing to lose, and he's gone for it, and like you say, it's paid off. And fair play. The only thing before I go, fucking hell, Daniel Farke, please marry my sister. I'm just going to wait until see what the results are against teams like Brentford and others that we should be beating. That'll be. I mean, like I say, Liverpool, Chelsea, huge tests. Obviously, Man City as well, massive tests, real big challenges. But can we do it against teams that we should be competitive against, i.e. your Brentfords and your Palaces, etc. Well, Palace are obviously performing pretty well, actually. But those
we should be beating Brentford. I think that's a brave quote. I think that's a brave
in London as well.
We should be beating Brentford, but if we don't, then it's like, well, fucking hell. What were the point in going all balls out against Liverpool, getting a magical 3-3 draw? Fucking hell, heroes, let me just hoist him up on my shoulders. And then we go down and get dicked by Brentford. It's kind of, it's not very good, is it? So, yeah, I'm waiting to... I just don't want to get... After the absolute shambles at the start of the season, we've had some very, very good results against some very, very good teams. Granted, Liverpool aren't the best and Chelsea were absolutely shite. But... I just want to see it just progress a little bit more. I want to see it get a result against someone we should be competitive against.
I know what you mean, because when you get a point against a side like Liverpool or 3 points against a side like Chelsea, you consider those really bonus points.
Don't forget they're at home. But don't forget we played both of those at home, though. Brentford have got a really good away form this season, and it's not as easy as we should be beating Brentford away.
But I'm looking from the perspective that Smarty is speaking from. It's like they're bonus points essentially against teams like that because you don't expect to beat them. Those points then shouldn't be used to fill a gap where you fail to get points against other teams. If you're able to get points against these teams, you should be able to do it against other sides.
But they have, because we got beat by Burnley when we probably shouldn't have been the better side.
But I'm agreeing with his point that we want to see some sort of form coming out of this. We want to see it carry on. We don't just want it to be a little bounce and then back to shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, I agree. Nobody wants that to happen, Jay. What I'm saying is I don't think it's as easy as we should be beating Brentford away from home.
Oh, no, I agree with that as well.
No. But after the performances that we've seen, especially against the caliber of players that we were playing against in the last few games, we should be able to mix it with anyone. In hindsight,
and that's and that's up to Daniel Farke to get them players as up for those types of games as he was against Liverpool and Chelsea. And it's very easy to get under the lights at home. It's probably a lot easier to get that starting 11, even the squad up for a game against arguably some of the best players in the league, than going away to a little bus stop in Hounslow and trying to get them up for that in a small shitty stadium. And they have got a good record
in London.
I think. In London, and it's. Yeah. I agree. In contrast, we probably, if we can play that well against Chelsea and Liverpool, we probably should be going to win. But I don't think it's as easy as saying we should be winning that game, that fixture, because I think it's a lot tougher than what it sounds.
And on the flip side, we should be beating these teams. We've always had a bit of a thing, haven't we, Leeds, about raising our game against better sides or bigger sides. We always seem to sort of step up when it's a really tough opponent and then slip against lesser opponents. And that seems to be just something that's ingrained in our club over generations, because it's been the case for a long time. But I was going to ask you guys, I'll start with you, Smarty, do you think 2 losses in a row and it's going to be back to everyone's going crazy Farke out? Or do you think people are now going to say...
Yeah?
You think...
I've answered your question already. Yes, I do, because football fans are fickle, and now we've got one of the worst fan bases in the fucking league, in the world. We've got one of the best and one of the worst.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What about you, Luke?
You'll have a completely massive lack of fucking sense, and there'll be people. That's why I don't go on next much anymore, to be honest. There'll be an overwhelming call for his head again, because it'll be like, oh, it was just a flash in the pan and stuff like that. And
that's the worry, isn't it?
This is just how it's going to go, and this is why we're saying it's important that we carry on this form, if you want to call it form, this upturning form. It's important that we capitalise on these opportunities that are in front of us now against the lesser teams that we should be able to be competitive against.
But just because we've got results against those good sides, Luke, it doesn't mean we're not going to lose numerous more games this season, does it?
No, absolutely not. I think in terms of performance, we can use those games as a barometer. Certainly at home, the away form simply has to improve over the course of the season. We can't be getting beat by Burnley. We outperform Burnley in every metric and whatever else you want to look at. The eye test, everything for me. They were just more clinical on the day. Got the goals. For me, the away form has got to improve, but I don't think we can necessarily use 2 home games, against, and use that as a barometer for the rest of the season. Because if that was a barometer, the realism is that if we were going to play that well week in, week out, we'd be playing for Champions League places.
This is what
that's not realistic.
That's what I'm saying. These two, it's a flash. It could be a flash in the pan, and this is why we need to see something in these next few games. We need to calm everyone's nerves and to say, right, Daniel Farke is the guy to, at least till the end of the season. I think if we do actually keep our Premier League status. I don't think he will be manager next season anyway. I don't think.
Do you not?
I don't think so.
You think they'll be looking for someone that can take it to the next level?
Some thought he wouldn't be our manager at the start of this season when we got promoted.
Well, no, only dipsticks didn't. I mean, fucking hell. There were absolutely no way in a million years that they'd have sacked a fucking manager after the performances we've had over the last couple of seasons.
Did he?
He said if they could get someone better. No, he said if they could get someone better, he'd sack him.
It depends what sort of level better. If you're talking somebody Bielsa-esque level, then probably the majority of Leeds fans would have maybe said not sack him, but let him go of his duties. But I think the realism is the position that we're in as a club, and if we are realistic about it as a club, and not living in a fantasy world, we are not a top 6 club right now, and we are not that attractive offer to many world-class managers. We are going to be in a relegation battle certainly this year, and then potentially if we do stay up, then next year the goal is to probably finish top half of the bottom half, so between 10th and 11th and 15th, realistically. But then that's the level of coach you're trying to attract. Does Daniel Farke bring you that with better players? Potentially, we don't know. But I think we're probably getting a little bit ahead of ourselves there. I think we're just going to take every week as it comes. This season, I think, is more important than potentially what happens next. Anyway,
I think so.
Danny Rumsey says Forest stayed up winning on 2 away games last season. I think it meant only 2 away games last season when we got relegated. Yeah, and it's crucial to say how important our home form is as well. And it is, and it's very, very good. It's just fucking chaos, and especially under the lights. I mean, I've said it multiple times over the last couple of weeks. How important Ellen Road is at night time. There's something about it. It's just not a nice place for teams to come, and we always seem to do relatively well.
Do you think one of the things with our away form, do you think when you have such a vociferous sort of home support and such a good atmosphere, do you think the stark contrast of an away game is a bit of a shock to system for players? Whereas like teams who play in front of crowds that are not so raucous as ours, it's not as big a step change for them when they play away. It's not as big a difference in noise and atmosphere. Whereas it must be quite, a contrast for us. Our away support is always loud, but it's not the same as Elland Road.
There's probably something in that.
I think so.
There might be and there might not be, because like whenever you listen to, if you're an away team comes to, say an away team comes to Elland Road and they'll say, Elland Road's an horrible place to come and blah blah blah, and how do you feel about it? We won't be listening to the crowd. We're going to concentrate on our game, and this is it. However, when you talk to a home player, they'll be thinking, the crowd's a massive influence on us, blah, 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 we need another 12th man. So really, you've got two contrasts there, haven't you? You've got completely different stories.
Yeah, you can't have it both ways, can you?
Is he going to have a shit, has he?
I've got no idea. Maybe his takeaways turned up or something. Maybe his laptop fell off his lap. Who knows? But just sort of briefly going back to Liverpool, just something I was going to ask you before we kind of went off on a tangent. We've actually spoke about most of the stuff I was going to talk about with you both after the Liverpool game stuff. But
yeah,
do you think for us as fans, do you think seeing the performance and seeing that they're still playing for Farke were as important as getting points?
Well, it's massively important. It's massively important that fans see that the players are actually trying, and that for once the manager is trying to influence the game by making changes early, or having his influence at the side of the pitch as well. If it says a lot when the first half against Liverpool, our fans started to quieten down a lot because it was boring. I even yawned a couple of times because it was like, fucking this is shit. Watching Van Dijk and Konate just knocking it around their defence, and God, this is so boring. But when you're actually watching something worth, chanting about, a little bit of adrenaline pumping, a massive tackles, huge foot crowds, and little glimpses of, obviously shots and whatever else, any sort of chances and stuff. If the team are performing well, if the team give you something to engage you in, then that makes it a million times better than just watching boring football.
That passage about Clay versus Chelsea with Enzo, where Strike went in for a challenge, Ampadu went in for a challenge, and really got everybody going.
Massive.
You know what I mean? That it's huge. But going back to what Jay said, that happening away from home probably doesn't have as much impact as happening at on an evening at Ellen Road on a Wednesday night. True, what I mean?
Yeah. Because when that happens at Ellen Road, the whole crowd is like, wow, everyone's up on the feet, And then when it's
even like game, players,
everyone's
like players have
noise in that corner. So
just flash that up. The players will have their own influence. I mean, like I out back to Pontus Jansson when he used to get big tackling or a block, and he'd be kicking posts, and he'd be like, "Fuck you, come on," and all that sort of stuff, and it gets crowd right up for it.
Okafor did that shot in the first minute. Or
yeah, a few of them go like this. There's always a bit like that. That's only momentarily in it. If you put in a big tackle or a big block and a fucking boat post and shit, it's like fucking hell. This guy's a psycho.
And we love that, don't we? That's what we want. Do you think now that Farke's got these points, do you think he's safe now for the season, or do you think there's still a question mark from the board? Do you think there's still a chance to do something, or do you think he sees out the season from here?
I think he certainly gets January now. I think for me, it's even if we went on to lose the next 2 or 3, I don't think they'd be sacking him and replacing him before bringing somebody else in and giving him something to spend in January. So I think he certainly gets the best part. And there's nothing to say that we don't go on an awful run of form in the new year and the sacking to try and stay up. But I certainly think he gets this January now, which I don't think he would have potentially got had we lost all 3 of these.
No, I don't think he would.
No. So
yeah,
I don't necessarily think he's safe for the season, Jay, but I do think he's certainly put himself in a strong position going into the start next year.
Yeah, Smarty, do you think he's earned the right now to say, "Get me those players I asked for"?
Well, I think he'd earned the right, at the start of the season. I think the club and the board have failed him, by not giving him the options that he was crying out for weeks and weeks and weeks before the season started, and during, right to the end of the transfer window. So, yeah, absolutely, I think he should be backed. I think this upturn in form now, it's just proved that he as reluctant as he seems to be, that he is willing to change his tactics. He is willing to change a few things that, and I think he's saved himself. He really, really has. He's saved his own job. He has, and we said this though. We said unless there's a massive change, something really needs to happen massively in his favour for him to still be manager by the end of December, and it has. But like I said, we're not out of the fucking shit yet. We still need to keep putting these consistent performances in against these other teams now. It's a long season still to go.
Ironically, as well, in a roundabout way, this. Them not getting the players he wanted has probably forced his hand to play the 3-5-2, which has seen this upturn in form. So, if we'd have had Harry Wilson here and whoever else we were after, the chances are we probably wouldn't have needed to switch formations. But it's ifs and buts because we might be halfway up the table with the players he asked for now. Playing his original formation, we just don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But I doubt it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I was looking at the table earlier, and it's like Bournemouth are on 20 and 13th, and then it's like Brentford 19, Fulham 17, then there's us 15, Forest 15, West Ham 13. I'm just looking at that and thinking we all want this upturn now. We want to go up the table, but the reality of looking at the points gap and the spread there is we're going to be in and out of that 18th place for a while yet, I think. Over the course of the next couple of months.
I bang this drum, and I'll continue to bang this drum, even based on Farke's original formation that I played before he switched to a 3-5-2. Results were not equal to performances. I thought the performances, the majority of the season, other than probably those 2 games against Forest and Brighton that we mentioned, Arsenal probably as well. We probably just set up incorrectly. I think the rest of the games this season we have been far more competitive than our results probably give us credit for. So, and I'm not an idiot. I appreciate the only result that counts is the final score. But
it's the small mistakes, though, isn't it? It's the small details, and it's something that we've obviously identified ourselves. And anyone with a pair of eyes has identified the fact that it's the tiny little details. You make one mistake, and other teams will take advantage of it, especially when you've got a caliber of player like you're playing against Liverpool, etc. It's going to, and again, we made 2 mistakes. Goodmanson and Rodon, 2 mistakes, gifted them 2 goals against us on Saturday. So it's those fine details, and it's the margin for mistake is so small And, it's just about being consistent. And, yeah, we have been competitive in a lot of games. But as you've said, Luke, it's the 3 points at the end of the day. But, with the better quality players, I dare say that the mistakes are more limited.
I know we say we don't like the XG stuff here, really, that much, do we? But I was watching a show. I think it was, I forget who it was. It was on Sky the other day. Or might have even been. No, it wasn't today. But anyway, I was watching it, and Sunderland should be 18th based on XG and XG against. They're way outperforming. They're just being clinical. And we should be about 6 or 7 places above where we should be, or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but
I think Squareball said something similar on one of their pods this week.
It's mental. It's mental, but that just goes to show you that having those clinical players that can outperform their expectations, shall we say, and the better players and the clinical types of players, we'd probably be another 6 or 7, 8 points in front of where we are now.
Oh, we absolutely would, and I think we've gone through this before. We'd have at least 6 points more. I think, looking at games that we could or should have won. Do you think, though, Luke? Do you think that Arsenal game taught Farker a lot? Do you think he got a bit of a shock and thought, "Okay, now hang on, there's just stuff you can't do against sides like this"?
I don't know. I think he was that. I think he was a little bit naive against Arsenal. And look, I don't even think the performance was. It wasn't a 5-0 lost performance. You think about the penalty that young lad who died for the penalty. One was from a free kick. We had our chances early on as well, but they are a class side, and look, they're probably the best team in the league this season so far. They are, and yeah, I think we probably went into it a little bit overly naive. But again, it wasn't a 5-0. That wasn't the worst performance of the season, albeit the worst result.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'll give you the first goalie and a penalty, but I'm not giving you the second two as gifted goals. Sorry, I completely disagree.
Nah,
that stacked goal was a very good piece of football. I saw it and I thought, nope, not having that. Sorry.
I did think a bit about that.
Brendan Aronson and Stack did a very nice piece of football for that second, and obviously the set piece for the third.
Don't say the BA word in front of Gilly, man. He gets shudders.
I've been hammering him.
Hey.
I was talking to him. I played football with him last night as well, and I was like, fucking Aronson. Fucking
I bet he enjoyed that, didn't he? Right, upsets him. All right, cool. I'm just going to rifle through these 3 comments, and then we'll just have a tiny bit more chit-chat and move on. Selenium, not seen Sol for a while. 5 years at season 6. Did I miss a few games?
Yes, I started that. Just for some clarification, we started halfway through the season. The first, I think it was 2021, and we are now 5 seasons in, and we are going into our 5th year, which will be next year.
But we're now 6 seasons, so we're crossed over into 6 separate seasons. Yeah.
So there you go. Your favourite TV show?
Mathing, but there you go.
Roland Button-Ups, friend of the pod. We've not seen you for a while, mate. I hope you're all right. The QR
Scan it and see.
Is for, well, you can do that.
Yeah, just have a look, Roland. Get your camera out.
Get your camera out. Go. Live a little.
And then search Auto Know Better when you get onto the actual store and buy loads of shit.
That's it. Ian Ward, he says, evening gentlemen, question for you to chew on. Does our change of system change our January transfer window needs and requirements? I would say it does, if that's a permanent way forward.
Can you leave that up, Jay? I didn't catch that.
Well, I can, but I just unstarred it when I took it off, so I'll have to find it again.
Oh, that's your bloody odd CD.
Even so, Ian, it's still not a gift, is it? Just because they can't defend set pieces, it's not like they've just gone, well, go right ahead and fucking rocket that bloody ball into the goal. It's still not a gift, is it? Come on.
There you go.
He's popular this evening, isn't he?
It is.
System change our January. I think potentially. I think we can always revert back to the original setup, can't we? He's got 2 plans now that both work. I think the first plan did work, but with the right personnel. So when Dan James is back and Okafor on the right and left, I think that probably does work. But 3-5-2 should be our chosen. But that's not going to work week in. I mean, it arguably didn't work against Liverpool to start with until the changes were made. So the 3-5-2 we probably did get worked out very quickly. So we'll probably I'd like to see a perfect blend of the two and set up differently for different games. I think we may even see. I'm probably going to annoy a few people here. I think we might even revert back to the original formation away at Brentford this weekend because. It's more defensive. Yeah.
And maybe switch if it's not working.
And switch, yeah. So we've got two options now, and it's nice to see that we have got those two options rather than Farker just saying, right, throw every fucking attacking player I've got on. Let's switch actually switch the formation rather than just fucking launch the ball forward to anybody. But I'd like to see a perfect blend of the two. I think we would be very quickly become too obvious and too easy to play against if we just stuck with 3-5-2 every week. You look at Bielsa's style, and that got worked out very, very quickly, didn't it? Albeit we did have some very, very shit players playing for us at that time. But yeah, I don't think for 1 second that we're going to be setting up as 3-5-2, and that's the be all and end all for the rest of the season. However, to answer Ian Ward's question, because I've gone around about the houses there, I think we probably should be looking at recruitment, and I think we should be looking at recruitment for both styles and both formation systems. So, yeah.
So a winger that can play as a forward, that kind of thing.
I've seen that Michael Gott's commented and saying any loans. I've seen that we're apparently interested in some sort of wonder kid from Barcelona on loan.
Oh really?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I'd like to say it's
not the next Mateo Joseph.
It would a scroll. But yeah, I think we'll recruit possibly for definitely a winger. Maybe he might get his number 10 finally.
Mo Salah to the end of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Can you imagine? Someone would have to take him to Aerials to show him Mo Salah's fried chicken. Have you ever seen that, Smarty?
Mentioned chickens. Nope.
Mo Salah's fried chicken, yeah. Amazing. It's in Aerials. It looks as good as you can probably imagine from that brief description.
I love chicken.
So does Jay.
I do, yeah. In many different ways. About that, the better. What's up with you now?
No, go on.
So, in other news, we got a cup draw against Derby away, I think.
Yes, we have, haven't we?
Anybody give a shit about that? I'm not very excited.
I'm afraid not. No.
Where are they? Are they in League One still? Or in the Championship?
Yeah, they are. No, they're in League
One, but they're doing right, aren't they?
They probably are. I
don't care about Derby. I mean, meant very little to me since Harry Wilson did that to us, and that was however many years ago.
Yeah.
And I still would have signed Harry Wilson, but you know,
they made
signed Jayden Bogle.
They made us very upset on one particular evening, and then they had to clap us as fucking champions the year after, and we haven't really seen them since. So
they're amazing, that one. We haven't seen them since Mel Morris.
In the Championship, I'm sure. Mid-table, Steve Brown says. Mid-table.
Where? The 15th in Championship, one behind Leicester.
So they are. I looked at that, didn't see them, and went looking for League One.
Who's managing them now?
Fucking hell. I don't care enough about them to know.
Some douchebag, probably. I don't know. Fuck knows.
It's not Cowley's, is it? Are they somewhere else?
No, surely not. Someone will be. I'm surprised Brennan said already.
I have to find out now. You're going to have to hang on a sec.
Bloke from Blackburn, Steve Brown
John
says.
Eustace. John Eustace.
Oh, is it?
John Useless.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. And might have fallen.
John Useless.
Exactly.
Fucking 15.
That's what I just said.
Oh, did
anyway,
you? Didn't you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you never do because you don't listen.
I don't listen to you, I'll be honest, yeah.
Wanker. Anyway.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, I love this pod. It's great. Anyway, it's time for everyone's favourite bit of the week anyway.
Hey, has got a shit take this week, my little sparrow fact.
Now, I was going to read these out, but if you want to read any out, Luke or Smarty, you can.
I'll happily read them out, but I cannot do the poll today, I'm afraid, because I'm not logged into the YouTube account on my work laptop.
Kidding me, aren't you?
So I'm afraid I cannot do that part. And I know
you're a man with the technical fingers, James.
well, I'll have to be what I know. I'll have to be now.
I just wanted to bring your attention to Herbert's.
Hey,
I was 30 years old when I found out Jay had a girlfriend, by the way.
I didn't know either.
What, the latest one?
Oh, she might be watching.
The latest one.
I won't let her watch this. It's terrible.
You're a stud, you.
Get fucked. Anyway, they're at the bottom of the overlays things. If you want to go for the first one, mate, or I can bring them up and you can just read.
Bring them up. I'll give them a read. Go on.
Let's go for it.
Oh my God, I can't read it.
This is what happened to me last time.
John, right. To read this one.
So I've got it. In response to Jimmy Savile, he's one of your own. Give context or shut up. In response to always the victims, sing the Leeds fans. So grim. Jimmy Savile, the man from Leeds, who was given the keys to hospitals facilities to give him access to the kids he abused, now is definitely property of the city of Leeds. Gilly then says, Liverpool fan though, and all tragedy chanting should be considered in the same way, no? Sam then says, tragedy chanting? You think singing about Jimmy Savile is tragedy chanting? No, it wasn't a tragedy that he did all those nasty things to all those poor kids. No, it wasn't a tragedy at all.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Sexually assaulted hundreds of women and children, but no, that's not a tragedy, is it? You
unbelievable.
Dipstick. These are the great uneducated, though, aren't they? These fucking assholes on Twitter, and this is what I like to stay away, because they're equal. I mean, it doesn't matter what team you support. It doesn't matter what fucking walk of life that you reside in. There are arseholes everywhere with fucking stupid viewpoints on life, and this is a classic example.
Yeah. Especially on there, I would say. I don't spend hardly any time on there. I used to spend quite a lot of time on Twitter having the banter, and I haven't got time. I've realised I have not got the time for dickheads. I haven't.
There you go.
It's genuinely depressing. And like I say, I still stand by the fact that I think we have one of the worst fucking fan bases of all.
Oh, yeah.
Genuinely.
Liam B says, did you hear what Carragher said about Leeds? Did anyone hear that? What's he said? I don't pay attention to him, so I don't know what he said.
Please enlighten us,
Liam. Let us know. Right.
I don't listen to that fucking prick. I don't mind him as I can't do a poll, mate. Listen,
all right, mate, I'll do it.
I've got a fucking mouse. That's about as technical as I get, really.
What was it?
I don't no. I don't listen to Carragher. I can listen to Neville, but as soon as Carragher starts talking about anything apart from the match that he's commentated on, whether he's biased usually about Liverpool, I just switch off, because the guy's a fucking massive hypocrite and an absolute wanker. I can't deal with him. Whereas Neville, he's just a fucking scum bastard. He's a scum prick, and I've seen what he said a few bits about Mo Salah. Who the fuck do you think you are? You just whatever. Anyway, we're not going to go into that. But yeah, I think he's a prick.
Fair enough. Next one. Take it away.
So another one tagged by Gilly. Annie Slot says, unfortunately for him, he does a lot of things well, but he has been on the crime scene a lot. A phrase I have heard in England. A tackle came from effort to block the cross. Ball went out, play down, then contact. Should VAR have intervened then? Gilly then says, Slot says the ball was out before the contact. That is a lie. Slot says Nonto was down before contact. That is a lie. You own your players' mistakes, fraud.
Exactly. It's not wrong there.
No. And the replays all showed that there was contact in play, and the ball was still in play when the contact was made.
Absolutely. And I thought Nonto was really intelligent there, because if he'd gone to make any kind of move to try and go past him, he would have probably allowed him to touch the ball at some point in that attempt, and we wouldn't have got fuck all. So credit to Nonto for that one. Next one.
This is one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Goodmanson, best left back since. Nonsense, cost us so many goals and points. Look, he makes his mistakes, but what he offers us, Goodmanson, for me, I thought we'd really struggle to replace Junior Firpo and what he brought to our team last season. Well, not only have we replaced him, we've replaced him with better, for me. Yeah. And look, the lad's only been here for a number of months, and I really rate Goodmanson. That is an awful take by all Leeds away.
It's quality. I just it's a weird one to come out with. Is that for me?
Awful.
The guy's a clear utter fucking dickhead in our team. I mean, his fucking name is All Leeds Away. I mean, he's a thick fucking bastard that clearly doesn't realise. And there were so many from that period when people used to sing All Leeds Away. No, it's All Leeds, aren't we? You fucking dick. And he's exactly the sort of person. As soon as I'd have seen that, I thought, you are a fucking character. You are a proper character. You can go and fucking boil your head, you prick. Can't do it, cunts. Oh, said it.
Oh, Smarty.
Smarty.
I was just about to say, I've missed this, Smarty. Really and then you went.
Apologies. We are past the watershed, though. So apologies to you with the fragile ears. But yeah, the fucking dicks. Folk like that, man. Fuck off. Knobheads. Bollocks to them.
And finally, the last but not least.
This is also an awful one. This is also an awful one. Perving says, in response to the Marcelo Perving. That's right, isn't it?
Biggest
looks like it, yeah.
In response to Marcelo Bielsa's tribute plans unveiled at Ellen Road, he says, "Why are we so quick to praise Bielsa?" I think that's definitely the shit take. But Wilco, this part is very much true. Wilco turned the club around and in fact got us the biggest prize in England. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but the first bit, has the guy been living under a rock for the last 7 or 8 years? Why are we so? He literally changed the outlook of a whole city. Pretty much
completely changed
generation.
The culture of the city and the club.
Yeah,
he did, and he put the club
grown
and the
men
fans
crying
together
when he left,
and that includes all of us.
Fucking hell, can't speak.
So yeah, I'll start the little poll because I have to do it all. There we go. Get voting.
Otherwise, I'll be. Bryn says I had a long debate with this chap, and he's quite articulate, to be fair, and does justify his viewpoint.
I don't care.
I can see why.
Bryn, I'm glad you've got time to fucking argue with dickheads on Twitter. Still.
Okay. Bielsa got 15,000 fans back into the ground on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's none of us are comparing what Wilco and Bielsa did and saying, "Oh, well, he's better than him. He's did." I think all of us on this podcast love both of them and are aware of how much both of them have done for Leeds United. And in Wilco's case, English football. But it's the why would you give Bielsa credit thing? It's not Bielsa over Wilco, is it?
This is the thing. You have to distinguish. I mean, we honour players, icons, that we name stands after that we'll have statues for, etc., etc. Just because it's Wilco's not had anything. Yeah, that's an absolute failure by the club, and hopefully that's getting rectified, or it is getting rectified, after long last. But it's not apples and oranges. It's just people are wanting to honour him because he did so much for the club, and we are where we are now. Granted, we got relegated, but we had that initial burst, that initial load of cash, and that, like you said, we were fucking shit under pre-2018. We were shit. Mate. We were shit. No one wanted to go watch Leeds. I couldn't even give my season ticket away. It was just wank, and it completely transformed the club, the city, people's frames of mind, and how people approach and look and watch football. We're all depressed now because we don't watch football in the same way because it's not as good to watch. It completely changed the landscape of Leeds United, and I agree. Yeah, he's not won a league or this, that, and the other, and his accolades aren't as high as those of Wilco, but he still deserves to be praised, and that's what we're getting at here.
And for people of our kind of age group, all the Wilco stuff we were quite young for.
You're very old, don't you?
Oh yeah, ancient. But it's more. I think for our generation, it's more special because we've lived this in an adult part of our. We'll never forget this stuff.
We've got Luke's nose cam. Look, nose cam.
Whereas we weren't mega aware of everything. I
don't even know what you're doing with that. What are you doing with that?
Kids. Oh Jesus!
Luke's nose cam.
I'm adding something to the.
We'll get a bollock shot.
The brand.
we don't need that. Jesus Christ Almighty!
Oh no, turn my camera off
Jesus.
this fucking thing.
Anyway, yeah.
There we go. Turn my camera off now.
You've totally thrown me off track. So that's shit take of the week.
Hey, has got a shit take this week, my little sparrow fact.
And now, just because I'll forget if I don't do it, I'm going to run the little ad for you guys.
Have you ever wanted to wear your questionable football opinions? Now you can. OKB has teamed up with Back4 to make some merch. Start small with an embroidered patch. Stick it anywhere. No, not there. Then there's t-shirts. Multiple designs, colours, sizes, all guaranteed to make your mate say, "You paid money for that." Mugs. No, not Jane Carl. Actual mugs. For your brew. For your tears. For both. Hoodies. Same deal. Multiple designs, colours, sizes. Ideal for pretending you're fine after getting battered off an ESL team. And snapbacks, because nothing says midlife crisis like flat-brimmed confidence. Or no better merch, available now at the Back4 shop. Go on, treat yourself. Or don't, you'll only regret it later.
You'll only regret it later. Wise words.
There's a lot of love in the chat for Bielsa, by the way.
Oh, I love it. That's what we want. I'm just looking for something here for my next bit. So
while you're looking, I'm going to flick through a few of these. These appreciative comments. Liam says Bielsa was God. He brought life back to Leeds United and all the Leeds fans. Mark Barlow says I'd half checked out of Leeds United before Bielsa. His impact on the club cannot be overstated. 100% agree. Herbert says he won the American Continental Cup, not with Leeds, granted, with Chile. Spending 16 years in the wilderness, Bielsa was a breath of fresh air. He absolutely was. Paul, wrong one. Paul, Mr. Bielsa, humble, honest man, respects opponents, rival fans and officials, still love Mr. Bielsa, and that's the thing, yeah, exactly. And the thing is about it, they call us the Bielsa widows or whatever. People are still very, very happily speak and talk about Bielsa, regardless of where you are, at what time of wherever. I will absolutely 100% speak to someone about Marcelo Bielsa at any time of day, wherever I am, because it takes me back to such happy times, and I cannot watch football. He's ruined football for me. I'll be honest. I can't watch normal football now because I just think, well, this is shit. It's not as good.
It's not the same, is it?
It's not. And it's taken a little while to get used to Farker and stuff. Obviously, I would rather have fucking dived head first into oncoming traffic than watch Mark Ball and the other shite that followed.
I think we all
Fark's system and stuff was quite pleasing on the eye in the second season. I thought it were a bit shit in the first. It wasn't as effective. But yeah, we've got to move on. But love Bielsa.
Yeah, I think we all do. But yeah, going into the next game against Brentford, we will make a move forward. I'm just pulling up their results here just to have a look, because I was thinking, they're doing all right, aren't they? But then realised they're not that far ahead of us, and just looking at some of their results here, they've lost the last two. Granted, Arsenal and Tottenham, difficult games. They did beat Burnley, lost to Brighton. They actually beat Newcastle, but they lost to Palace. So they're quite inconsistent, aren't they? It's definitely a side that, on paper, we should have a chance against. Yeah, Smarty, you might as well go.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I mean, Brentford is typically a difficult game for us, and I think Paul put some stats in the chat a while ago. But yeah, it's an opportunity for us to kind of showcase this new system and this fiery new side, the Fire Beast side that we've got to know over the last couple of weeks. And yeah, I think there's got to be a lot riding on this, to be honest. More than it probably should be, because people will be interested to see, well, let's see actually how good you are. This team that we should be competitive against, that we should be, who are only a few points above us in the league, can we effectively go down there and beat them? And
if we do
people's opinions.
It pulls them in towards us. It benefits us massively. Not just the fact that we're getting the points on the board, but we're dragging another team in, aren't we, Luke?
Yeah, that's it, mate. I think any points now that we can pick up. I think we just need a bit of consistency on the road as well. For me, I think we need to start now pulling some results together. We've seen how good we can be on his day, albeit against, as we sort of talked about in some depth earlier, that it's not going to be easy. But if we can, I think realistically, I would be happy with it. I'd be more than happy with a point going down there.
Roland says he feels about 1,000% better going into this match than at half-time at the Etihad. I think we all do, mate. I think we all do. Do you think that he's going to make any changes, Smarty? Do you think he's going to stick with what finished Liverpool, or do you think he's going to go back to what started against Liverpool?
I think he's probably going to go to what started against Chelsea if he can get Nemecha back in the fold.
Good point. Yeah. Is he fit? Do we know?
I believe it was touch and go for Liverpool, and he said he'd rather save him for Brentford away. So I think if Mecha's fit, then Mecha and Calvert-Lewin up front. I expect us to start with a 5-3-2. But we will see. But yeah, Longstaff's obviously a little bit off now, but I think it's Tanaka's shirt to lose, so I can't really see many changes now. We're not going to see Dan James for a little while. So yeah, I think that the team bearing Okafor and Nemecha maybe swapping around a little bit. I don't think it'll be starting Brendan Aronson either, because like I say, he was so effective when he came on at the weekend. Very, very good. The substitutes were brilliant, to be fair. They impacted the game massively, and I think he will keep it the same. I think we'll effectively be the starting 11 against Chelsea, I think.
Danny Rums is saying Metch is out 2 to 3 weeks, he's heard.
Really?
So, yeah. Steve's saying if Metcher is out, do you go for Okafor or Pirro?
It's got to be Okafor, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think so. He's earned it on that performance. I thought it was good, lively against Liverpool. He died off. I don't think he's all that fit. I don't think I'm jumping the gun here, but I don't think he necessarily enjoys getting fit and doing the running and stuff like that. I just don't think
that's his game. Or Okafor?
Either, really, to be fair, but specifically Okafor, he seems to burn out quite quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a little bit worrying, that, isn't it? It's one of those things that makes you wonder if that's sort of held him back from making it a bit further in the game. But he's looked good for us. He's got good feet. He's not necessarily the fastest player, but he does have a decent turn of pace, and because his feet are quick and good, he manages to get past people. He does all right for me, so I'd be happy to stick with him if Metcher is out. I don't really see the point of putting Pirro in from the start. I think that we want somebody who's a bit more mobile and that, who can run off of DCL rather than somebody who's going to sort of jog about and look a bit laboured, when it comes to closing down the playing out from the back and all that shit. Smarty, would you make any changes personally?
What, apart from the ones I've already said? No.
Oh, you said about the ones that you think he'll do. I was going to ask Luke, he's disappeared, you see, so I would just all at sea there.
No, mate. Yeah, I think I'm largely the same. I can't really knock the team that he put out against Liverpool either, but I would like to see Okafor, and I cannot see anything stating that he's. I've got a YEP article that says it was a hamstring injury. Fact told Sky Sports of the matches ahead of kickoff. It was not possible for him to be available. We hope to have him back for the next games, but not for tonight. And I think Baron Cross pretty much said the same on the square ball as well, that he was hopefully back for Brentford. We won't know until Thursday's press conference.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll see, won't we?
But yeah, I'm remaining hopeful. But yeah, keep it the same.
Are you all right there, Luke? You back with us?
Mate, yeah, sorry, I just had my fire was going out, so I just had to chuck a couple of logs on.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God. What's happened to this podcast, man? You've thrown me again now. Are you confident of getting a result down there, Luke? Or do you think the London curse is going to do us?
No, mate, not confident at all. That's based on two things: their home form and our away form. I think if you base it just simply on the last three games, then yeah, you should be confident of result. But I think we'd be very naive to base it on those three games. We played three of the biggest clubs in England right now in those three games. And it pains me to say that, but they are. And yeah, I don't think it's as simple as, well, we got a draw and we should have got a draw at City. We beat Chelsea, as should translate into necessarily 3 points or even a point down it. I think it'll be a very tough game. They've got some decent players. I'm very surprised how well they're doing actually under Keith Andrews. I was a bit bewildered with that decision. I was hoping they'd fail under him, to be fair, but he seems to have turned them around and gotten playing some half decent stuff.
It's really annoying
with the details. Yes,
yeah, it'll be right there.
It'll be Friday if it's Sunday. Yeah,
it's really annoying seeing Keith Andrews doing well. It really irritates me. So I feel like there's a bit of needle with him for us. So it'd be really nice to beat them. But do you think if it's a point, it's a bad result, Smarty, or would you be happy with that?
No, their own form is relatively good. So, and obviously the London curse, for whatever it's worth, even though it's not really London, but it kind of is. So it's
London. It's West London.
There is a bit of niggling there between us and Brentford still. For some reason, whatever it is.
It was the Sergi Canos days, wasn't it? When he
together. And the Janssen going there, and there's a bit of niggle there. So yeah. It's a difficult fixture, but I think a point would be fine. I'd be more than happy with a point.
Yeah. If we got a point, it would actually keep us outside of the relegation zone, regardless of what everyone else does.
That keeps us at point per game, doesn't it? Which is what we're trying to do, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that worried about being in and out of the relegation. That's going to happen a lot over this season.
No, I'm not. I said that before, didn't I?
But it is very important to start picking up, as I said before, points on the road and start getting a little bit of something together. Somebody said earlier, I started a message about. I think it got removed. It was about the points per game. Somebody said 3 more home or 4 more home wins and 1 point anywhere on the road, and we're playing Premier League football. But that would only put us on about 27 points.
I saw that. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case this season. We're already halfway there, living on a prayer.
But we look at recent performances down at Brentford. You know, the season with Raff and that when we played down there, we absolutely schooled them. But look, 2 very different tides to those days. So, I'm hopeful, but not overly optimistic of getting a result down there. I think, and I don't think my opinion on this season will change based on this next few weeks either. I think going into the new year, we just gotta start picking up a few points now and just keep them ticking over going into a very busy festive period.
I'm just checking.
I think it's higher than that.
I certainly don't think that'll be enough. I think you're 38-40 for me this season, if I'm honest.
I do.
I think a point again.
I think you're going to be very, very tight down there.
Yeah,
West Ham aren't as bad as they are really on paper. I think West Ham will pick up more points. I think Forest will do as well. Burnley, don't know. Wolves are just fucking shocking. So, but yeah, I think it's definitely going to be towards 40 than 30.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, looking at how many points everyone's got already, it's just it's not like the last couple of seasons where teams have been sort of falling away, being cut adrift at this point. Because it was only those teams that were losing the games.
The thing is as well, like Sunderland are having this amazing fucking season. They're only 8 points in front of us, and they've got a shitload of players going to AFCON in a few weeks. In fact, it's next week, isn't it?
Their time
when we play them, actually, it's literally the best time to frigging play them because we play them as they've all buggered off. So it's like, well, fucking hell.
How many players have they got going? Do we know?
I want to say about 6. It might even be more.
I had 8 in my head, but that seems crazy high. Let's have a look. It's
a fair old. Is it Diarra? He's definitely going in here. There's quite a few that are going. Some of their decent lads. So.
Surprised Bryn's not in the comments telling us with his
Sunderland and AFCON as it stands. I'm just reading it now.
A lot of controversy. There's a lot of different.
Traore number up to 5. I just
some are saying 7.
There we go.
Some are saying 9.
Make it 5. Siddiqui Masuaku have been confirmed in the. Is that a recent? Yeah, 7 hours ago. Sunderland AFCON. What situation as it stands? Noah Siddiqui and Arthur Masuaku have been confirmed in the Democratic Republic of Congo squad. That's 2. Ronaldo
on this one.
Yeah, will represent Mozambique with Traore. That takes Sunderland number of confirmed absentees up to 4. With Taibbi, expected.
Wolves have got 4.
Wolves have
got 4 as well.
Yeah. West Ham have got 2. Wan-Bissaka and Diouf.
At this stage, there remains confusion of what is any involvement of Habib Diarra because he's nursing an injury, so they don't know if he'll go. But either way, he won't be playing against us, will he?
Well, either way, he won't be there, will he, sir?
Forest have got 4 and Burnley have got 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Burnley have got Hannibal Nobed, Twanzebe and Lyle Foster.
Say Crystal Palace has the most, just said Nat Clark. That would make sense.
Sunderland had 7 and
7. They've got a maximum of 6, I think. Oh, maximum of 5 even.
Well, it says 7 here. It depends if they get picked, I suppose.
Including injured players, potentially.
Yeah. And then Wolves have got 4 with... I'm not even going to try and pronounce a couple of them, so you can look that up yourselves. But yeah, that's good news for us. That's bad news for Wolves and for West Ham. So they've got a couple. Wan-Bissaka's a big loss for them. Brentford have got a couple, but it'll be too early for that for us, I think. And Forest with 4, that hurts them. So that's good news for Leeds, actually. we're all going to be sat there in January, February saying, thank God we didn't sign the AFCON players.
Hopefully.
If all goes to plan, anyway. If all goes to plan.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Do we have any other business that we want to discuss before I bring an end to our poll?
Price of brie. That's mental at the minute. I do like bacon, brie, and cranberry at Christmas. And the price of brie, President's brie. Have you ever had it? I have.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's bloody extortionate. So I'm going to have to go easy on the brie this year.
Fair enough. That were very enlightening. Very enlightening.
Any other business? Oliver says, has anyone pointed out Smarty's festive twig? Needs a bauble or two.
Show him Smarty.
No, I can't. Yeah, it's our last's fucking thing. On. I have to turn it off because otherwise you can't see me. Oh no, it changes. When I had it on the other night, I was just a fucking silhouette.
So there you go.
You could barely make me out. But thanks, Oliver.
Hey, people take an interest, mate. They like to know what's going on.
The festive twigs.
Yeah, it's more of a tree than I've put up, so there you go. Shit take of the week. The poll results in 4th place. We've got Bald Fraud Slop, 9%. 3rd place, we've got Left Back Nonsense, 27%. Bielsa Who, 32%. And then top of it is Tragedy, When the Feeling's Gone.
Which one?
32%.
Oh, the Tragedy chanting one, yeah.
Tragedy chanting one, yeah. That's. I think that's a pretty worthy winner. It was always going
to be... Who you been talking to, Steve?
In fact, no, they're level, aren't they? The level is
Steve's
a draw.
Been talking to?
It's a draw.
I read that.
Who's he been talking to, Steve?
I read that as at least it's straight, not like Luke.
I know, so did I.
Not like Luke's.
Yeah, it's a draw anyway.
Oh, it's a draw.
Yeah, because I was reading them as I went up and then realised, hey, listen, I had all the jobs, mate. I did the poll, I did the shit take of the week, I'd done it all.
But did you monetize?
I did.
Fucking hell.
But only because one of you said, have you done it before we started? But, you know. Credit where it's due and all that. Luke, can you do us the AMC bit, please?
I can, mate. As soon as you give me 30 seconds just to find it, like less than that. Just do a bit of building up. Tell us why we do it and all that.
Bit of blurb. Have you sorted this stuff out this other stuff that you were looking at?
He's giving up on that.
I couldn't upload it because it was I couldn't upload the file from my phone because it wasn't an MP4 video, but it would have been really. It'd have been a cracker as well. It would have been a bell.
Never mind. Stick it on the old Twitter account.
Next time. I don't know if I could do that, mate. Right, here we go. So, if you are going through a storm or have recently been through one and you're a man over 18, perhaps Andy's Man Club, Leeds, may be able to help you. They have venues in Horsforth, Kirkstall, Pudsey, Central Leeds, Hunslet, Seacroft and Morley. They are open 7 till 9, every Monday barring bank holidays. They will also run weekly and monthly social events with their aim to get men talking and to smash the stigma around men's mental health. Details of all their venues and everything they are doing is at Andy's Man Club Leeds Facebook. So give them a follow and help spread the word. Especially important at this time of year for me. Lots of people find this time of year very, very festive and happy. Lots find it quite the opposite for obvious reasons, quite lonely and things. So do check in on your friends, family, or even your neighbours that potentially don't have many visitors and things. Do just give them a knock and say, ask them how they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't sit alone, upset and having a bad time over Christmas. Just get yourself out there, talk to people. It'll help. 100%. I will wrap us up with the last few starred comments. Thank you, Smarty. And then we'll...
I didn't even start them. I just noticed that they were there.
I think I starred some of them, then forgot I'd done them, which is, very me. Friend of the pod, Bryn, he says, linked with Martin Batterina, who plays for Fabregas in Serie A. Don't know fuck all about him. So,
most of the players that were ever linked with, to be fair.
That's true.
To the Google, to the
the
YouTube.
to the Google
Quick YouTube
machine.
highlights reel will amend that, I'm sure.
Bryn again, he said, this is in regard to you saying about the missus. She's saying this one and keeps him rounded. Rounded. Did he mean grounded or does he mean she's a feeder? I'm not sure.
I think he just
still round.
Steve Brown said, can she iron Jay? To be fair, I don't think either of us really bother.
Can she? Does she ask if she can iron or whether she can iron you?
I think just that she can iron. I think it'd be a bit strange to iron me.
I think he's just saying you're a bit wrinkly.
Mate, people have said worse. I can take that.
They certainly have.
We've said worse. Me and him have been quite well behaved on here tonight.
You have to be fair. We're dreading it to a degree because I thought he was just going to give me a load of shit.
Yeah, it's coming on here with me and him.
I do.
Yeah.
It's hard work. It is hard work.
When I'm set back up and I'm comfortable.
When you're in your flow again.
Weeks.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Straight in your tree out.
You get electrocuted. Michael Gotti says, Smarty, I'm sure he'll be watching Jesse for Canada in the World Cup and cheering him on.
Oh, God. No.
I mean, that'd make you want to go to Andy's Man Club, wouldn't it, watching Jesse's football?
No.
Did anybody see Jesse Marsh the other day when he did a quick fire questions and they were asking the USA? I asked him about they asked him about Leeds United and he called us. Let me just confirm this. What he actually called us because
I can't wait for this.
He had one word answer and he had to answer us.
Can you say it on this pod?
Yeah, and
he still remains quite nice about us to a degree.
He does.
He called us something like a candle or something like that. Something that melts under heat or pressure or something like that. What did he actually call us?
They're scared. Why are they scared?
I was in a conversation with Big Lou about it.
I'm going to get the countdown timer out if you don't hurry up.
I can't find it. I'm not going to be able to find it. But he did. He basically did. I think he was being interviewed by Canadian FA or whatever, and they asked him about USA, and he said complicated or something like that. And he called us. I'm sure it was something like a candle. And I didn't get it, and I still don't really get it. And I was like, to Big Lou, does it mean we melt under pressure or melt under heat and we can't handle the heat or whatever? And I didn't really get it. I'll try and find it, and if I can, I'll share it.
It's typical Jesse Marsh bullshit then, isn't it, really?
Oh, yeah, he talks the talk, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Some bollocks is made up when he woke up that morning. But yeah, anyway, it's been a good one, lads. We've had a nice little chat. We've dissected some shit and put some stuff to rights, so that'll do for me. Thanks for joining me, Luke and Smarty, and not giving me too much.
That's why I didn't bother ironing, because he's too busy dissecting shit.
That's right. That's what you got to do in this game, mate. That's what you got to do. And cheers to everyone that's joined in with the comments and watched tonight. And thanks very much. Come back and watch us again next week, and we'll see you soon. Adios.
Bonjour.
It's all the know better. We all the know much better than letting Carl go on with Jay. Luke's calling out bad weathers, and Smarty is no better, and Gilly gets fan mail again. But every time we go live,
Shit Take has been
can't speak or even tell the time.
On fire. It's more toys out of the pram.
It's all the
if I see his mother in
we
the stands,
much better.
I'm
this
gonna crack an egg
show for tonight. And if you like these weapons and you don't think that
one last ride,
please go check out our merch site. Good night.
Little tosser, and I hate him. He's shit. He's average, and he's a shit house.